You are going to get your first real estate wholesale deal in the next 7 days and make $10,000 like I did. Since then, I've wholesaled hundreds of properties and made over $1 million in assignment fees. Wholesaling has completely changed my life, and I know it can change yours too. Finding ugly houses, sending them an offer, and then just selling that offer to an investor is the easiest path to financial freedom, and you can get your first contract in just 7 days by following this exact game plan. Day 1 is data and setup. Day 2, outreach. Day 3, we're going to refine your pitch. Day 4, you're going to master negotiations. Day 5, you're going to learn your numbers. Day 6 is all about contracts. And day 7 is the execution, where you're going to get your first $10,000 contract. So wake up, because today is day 1 and this is what I want you to do. Day 1 is all about preparing. You need to get your data ready and your tools set up. And I'm about to show you my secrets to find the people who want to sell the ugliest houses at the cheapest prices, and the exact tools you should use to reach out to them. But don't worry, I'll give you free options and paid options. These are people who want to sell their house, but how do we find these types of people? Go to Google, put a city, any city, and then write county. On the website, search record. And here you can pull records of what we call motivated sellers. Shocker, the government collects data on people, but this data is publicly available. You just gotta ask. For example, here's a list that the government gave me of people who were not mowing their lawn and taking out their trash. But Max, there's no phone numbers. What do we do? Well, this is going to depend on your outreach strategy, which I'm about to teach you on day 2. If you're local, I want you to show up and knock on the doors. But if you're virtual, maybe you're doing this from a different state. Maybe you're doing this from a different country. Maybe you're even doing this from a different continent. Do this. Copy paste the address into truepeoplesearch.com. This is the owner's name. Scroll down, and this is the owner's phone number. This is the free method. The paid method is to get a software like XLeads. If you have $100 to spend, this method is going to save you so much time. Choose a city like Cleveland. And here I want to find tax delinquent properties. And I don't know, here I want to find, zombie properties. This just gave me the list of every property. And if you click on a property, it already gives you the phone number. Now spend the next hour or 2 getting your data ready, but we also need to focus on getting our tools ready, because y'all, we don't want to be calling from our cell phone. We don't want our cell phone to get marked as spam. If you're broke, get Google Voice, it's free. Or if you bought a software like XLeads, it already comes with a dialer. And more importantly, you can actually text blast. Because that brings us into day number 2. Outreach and also KPIs. I'm going to tell you exactly how many doors you should knock, how many people you should be calling, how many people you should be text blasting every single day in order to get your first contract in 7 days and make $10,000. I'm going to tell you everything. There are so many different marketing strategies to get your first deal. It's overwhelming. Max, what do I do? Well, first thing you should do is subscribe. But forget about this complicated list, because I'm going to give you 2 beginner strategies and then 2 expert level strategies. Beginners, I want you door knocking and I want you cold calling. I want you to knock 100 doors every single day and leave this exact message. I'll tell you what that note is here in a second. And if you're cold calling, I want you to do 150 dials every single day. And if you get a multi-line power dialer, something like Enzo dialer, you can even get up to 400 dials every day. Max, that seems like so much work. Yeah. Getting your first wholesale deal is not easy, but you can implement these expert level strategies to make your life so much easier. Instead of door knocking and cold calling, you can be doing PPL and text blasting. Companies like iSpeed Leads sell motivated seller leads. So for example, this property in Cleveland, Ohio, they need to sell for financial reasons. This lead is typically $353, but if you use my link down below, you get a special coupon for only $59. So if you have $500 plus per month to spend on marketing, I would recommend PPL. Or another thing you can do is set up an automation to text blast sellers. I'm sending about 100,000 texts every single month, and this is my exact setup. I recommend that you buy a minimum of 20 leads, but it could take you up to 50. For text blasting, you should be sending at least 1,000 texts every single day. So you have your data and you are reaching out to motivated sellers, but what do you even say? This is where on day 3, we actually refine our pitch. We only have 4 more days to get our first real estate wholesale deal and make $10,000, and we cannot this up. Listen to me. I need you to do this. At howtowholesale.com, you can get access to my 100% free course. Go to Intro to Wholesaling, and this is the exact script that I want you to use. Again, I'm giving all this away for free because this is actually not my script. This is actually Jerry Norton's script. One of the best wholesalers to ever exist. He's giving his script away for free and you can use it. I want you to read through this entire script and practice it all day long. Say it to yourself in the mirror. Say it to yourself in the shower. I need you to master it. And here I even included a free checklist. So let's go through it together. Hey, John, my name is Max. I work with a local investor and we're looking to pick up some properties in your area. By chance, would you be open to selling? Now, guys, don't talk about the property. I need you to build a relationship of trust. Well, that's awesome, John. How's your week going so far? Hey, yo, John, what kind of dog is that barking in the background? He sounds like my dog. Get to know these people and become their friends. People want to work with people who they like. Now, guys, you're just going to set the expectation that this is an all cash transaction and you can buy the property as is. And then you can get into talking about the actual property. You can talk about the repairs. You can talk about the neighborhood. But guys, please make sure you actually focus on the motivation of the seller. The motivation is everything. And if you take one thing away from this video, on day 3, you need to become a master of the script, but become a master at determining what a seller's motivation is, finding that pain and then being their solution. How's your day going so far, ma'am? Oh, I'm so sorry. You just got out of the hospital? Is there anything I can do for you? Oh, so you're telling me the reason you can't sell is because you don't have anyone to help you move all of your belongings. That's such a difficult situation to be in. I'm so sorry. What if I told you that I will pay for your entire move? I will give you a white glove service and help you with anything you need. That is what I need you guys to focus on day 3. Go read and master the script and checklist. But before we get into day 4 and negotiations, before we talk about that, I gotta tell you about my secret note that you're gonna leave if you're not cold calling, if you're door knocking. You're going to leave a note that says, call me about your neighbor. What? Because the entire point of leaving notes, guys, is to get the person to call you back. And then once you're on the phone with them, then you can ask them if they're open to selling. So when I used to door knock, I left a note that said, hey, call me about your neighbor. They're like, what's going on with my neighbor? So then they'd call me. I'll be like, hey, my name is Max. I'm actually buying your neighbor's house. And I just wanted to know if you wanted to sell as well. This is my $10,000 note for a reason, because if you do that, you are going to make $10,000. But in order to actually make $10,000, we need to be getting these properties for a good deal. And that requires negotiations. And that's what we're going to master on day 4. Because I've gotten $200,000 properties for $170,000. Or even $550,000 properties for $500,000. How? How is that possible? It's because I'm not selling. I'm listening. Back to the computer. Come here. Because if you go to my free course, guys, now go to the acquisitions page. And here you have a closer's script. And this is not any closer script. This is actually RJ Bates's script. This masterclass in negotiation has helped people make millions of dollars, and it's going to help you make $10,000. And yes, don't worry, I have an exact checklist too for you. Because after you have that warm lead, you're going to get back on the phone with them and you're going to have to ask the question, hey, Jerry, Barbara, how much do you want for that property? It gets awkward. Like, and what do you do? How much do you offer? Don't worry, I'll teach you what to offer next day. Tomorrow. Today, I just want to teach you how to negotiate. And they may say something like, I want $240,000. And then I want you to say, okay, where did you come up with that number? Don't just agree with them. Push back. Quiz them. Where did you come up with that number? They need to understand that they're not driving this pirate ship. Do you question your accountant on how the IRS and taxes work? No, because if you act like a professional, they're not going to question you either, because you are the expert in real estate, not them. And then next, I want you to say exactly this. Please write this down, because these exact words have made me over $100,000. These exact words, you ready? Seller, it looks like investors are paying anywhere between $180,000 to $195,000 for a property like yours. That is the key, guys, because you are not saying that you're paying that. The blame is not on you. The blame is on what investors are paying. Remember that and use that, please. Okay. So we are doing a pretty dang good job. It is day 5. We have called over 1,000 people, knocked on hundreds of doors, sent possibly tens of thousands of text blasts. I don't know. We have been hammering PPL, calling motivated leads, but Max, I still haven't got a deal. Well, it's because you don't know what to offer. I just told you my secret negotiation tricks, but you don't know what numbers to actually put in there. Comp. Let me show you. Back to the school group. I want you to go to the math. And I cannot teach you to comp perfectly in this video. It will take you at least a 1 day full of practice. And that's why you have day 5 to learn how to comp. But go watch this video and this video and this video and this video and this video, and you will learn exactly what a house or a piece of land is worth. But don't worry, I have resources for you. I want you to follow these exact 10 commandments and use this to estimate your repairs. Max, this seems like a lot of work, and honestly, I'm stressed out. I'm confused. You lost me here. Okay, just do this instead. If you just go to lowballoffer.ai, it may be out by the time you're watching this video. All right, Max. So I spent all day learning how to comp. I looked at your 90% rule and it makes sense. I got to figure out what the ARV is, multiply that by 90%, subtract the repairs, and then subtract the buyer's profit. That tells me how much the buyer will pay, and then I subtract $10,000 because that's how much I want to make. Wonderful. I'm very proud of you. Don't worry, just go watch those videos after this video. It will all make sense very quickly. But now it's day 6, and I actually have someone who said yes to my deal. Oh my God, I'm about to get my first wholesale deal. I'm about to make $10,000. Max, what do I do? What do I do? I need to send a contract. I don't have a contract. Oh, so you need a contract like this? I got you. Your boy's got free contracts. Back to the school group. In the school group, go to contracts. Here is a template contract. And I also have a video on how to fill out contracts. But honestly, it's really easy. Put the seller's name and your name. Here, put the property address. Then just put the agreed amount price. Here, you're going to have to put some earnest money. You need it to legally make your contract legal. So just put like 10 bucks right here. Here, put a title company name. If you're confused, just ask me in the school group. Here, I would typically put like 10 or 14 days. Let's skip 4 for a second. Closing 30 days. And that's about it. Sign it. They sign it. Done. But there's one key thing. Max, what if I don't find a buyer for my deal and now I owe the money? I don't have $190 million. What do I do? Guys. Inspection period. Right here, put something like 7 days. And this gives you the legal right to go and sell your contract for 7 days without assuming any risk. Hashtag not an attorney. Please don't sue me. This is for educational purposes only. So if you don't find a buyer, you can just simply back out of your contract during those 7 days. I have taught you everything that you would learn in a $10,000 course in just one short video. And now it is freaking day 7. And if you apply everything that I taught you, you pull your data and you set up your tools, you do your outreach and you hit your KPIs, you master your intro and you nail your negotiations, you learn how to underwrite, and then you figure out how to send a contract, it will all lead up to this exact moment where you finally have someone interested. They have agreed to your price and you sent them the contract. Oh, wait, one sec. RabbitSign is a free version of DocuSign. Just use that for now because I'm coming out with my own e-sign software called Contract Cannon. Anyways, just stay tuned for that. First off, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Now, the second thing is we got to get this deal sold because in order to turn a signed contract into a check for $10,000, we need to find a buyer for our contract. So how do we do that? Guys, I'm gonna show you that in literally 5 seconds. Take your contracts and send them to me at maxdispo.com. Choose the state where you got your contract, fill out this form, click submit deal, and your contract will be sent to me and I will find a cash buyer for it. Done. That was literally 5 seconds. Then after about 2 weeks, once title is clear and the property is closed, you will be sent a wire or maybe a check like this for $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. I've even made $50,000 on one deal. So now the question is, are you going to do this 7-day game plan?